Gold's post-game show here where A&T makes history. First CAA win, 36-30 over Hampton in double overtime with Al Swann and Billy Covington. Donal Ware with you here. We already got our man Daryl in the chat. He says, Aggie pride, we won. This was a sweet win, and this is a sweet win. And it was indeed a sweet win where A&T, Al, was down 10 points, and it really, the way the flow of the game, it really seemed insurmountable, but the Aggies were able to fight back to send it into overtime.
I mean, we were down by 10, and there was little hope of coming back because we were down to our sixth quarterback. We thought that in order to get back in the game, we needed a big play, which was we didn't have many big play guys out there, but somehow, some way, just by mere perseverance, and Aggies found a way to win, and it was a beautiful thing.
A&T, 310 yards of total offense, while Hampton had 318 yards of total offense. And we got to tell you, look, Nelson Lane was named the starting quarterback. He went down. Noah Sanders came in. He seemed to have trouble moving the football, but then on that last possession was able to make some things happen. Finished 6 of 17, 75 yards, 1 touchdown. He didn't turn the ball over in the ball game.
And Donal, that pass he threw for a touchdown, I tell you, he would never throw a better pass than that. I mean, it was on the money with some hump maybe behind it, and just right where he needed to throw it. And, of course, then Money Brown comes back with that onside kick. It was just Aggie special team just to perfection. Got the high bounce that you need. Outside defenders came up, made the play, and, of course, the rest is history. Got into overtime, and they just never gave up. They never gave up, and that was a thing of beauty because, remember, after we scored, Hampton in overtime came back on the first play.
Yeah.
Big touchdown pass.
And so Jack says it's a great day in Aggie land. Brianna says Aggie pride. Terrell also says Aggie pride. Janelle says, yes, we won, Aggie pride. Hans from, I guess, all the way in Indianapolis says, brothers, what a game, what guts and effort from the boys. On top of that, we found a healthy quarterback. Rejoice tonight and get focused on NCCU next weekend. That's the thing, Billy. You win this game, you gotta put this behind you because you've got your rival in North Carolina Central.
And I tell you, that's a boost for us to go into the Central game with a win. Of course, this week, Central beat Fayetteville State 49-19, so they're going to come in here with some momentum. But that win tonight, I tell you, I had not seen anything like this in quite some time, and we all should be very proud of Sean Gibbs and his staff. And I tell you, I just asked Al, for those who listen, who gets the game ball, Graves or Money Brown. He just said, just split the ball in half.
Well, I tell you guys, I'm going to enjoy this. I'm not going to think about Central.
Yeah, I'm not
going to think about Central. I'm going to enjoy this win. The players, the coaching staff, they need to enjoy this win. It was a long time coming. It was well-earned, well-deserved, and what more can you say? Aggies get their first win in the CAA in just fantastic fashion, double overtime against, as you said, Billy, a good Hampton team. So
yeah, good Hampton.
I'm going to enjoy the moment, man. This is sweet. This is wonderful. This is outstanding.
DC says Aggie, then he says something else, pride. We're going to keep it PG. Daryl says I almost counted us out, but they kept playing. And not just you, Daryl. A lot of people left this.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of Aggie fans left this ball game in the third quarter,
Right.
I might add, and A&T was able to pull it out. Yana says, Aggie pride. Edward says, happy, happy. Dexter says, when I say Aggie, you say pride. Aggie, Aggie. MD says, the first lesson in learning to win. Daryl also says, I'm too excited and mad I am not at the game. DC says, never give up. And let's see, Sharon says, Aggies win with 7th quarterback. Yes, I mean, look, we saw what happened last week. And look, Braxton Thomas had some promise, especially what we saw against Tennessee State. He goes down. You go back to Champ Long. He goes down. I mean, it was just a carousel of quarterbacks. And then you come, of course, to Sanders today. And he engineered that late drive that pulled A&T to within 3.
Yes, he did. And when he needed to make the big throw, boy, he did it. I can't overemphasize that was a fantastic throw he made in the corner. I mean, coming underneath for that touchdown. It was right on the money and right on time. And, of course, we coupled it with that onside play that we kick off that was just carried to perfection.
Yeah. You know, Al, I think we have to give some praise to the offensive coordinator for North Carolina A&T for calling those 2 significant plays. And whoever the special teams coach is, sure enough, dreamed up a good one. And, of course, you have to give Money Brown because that was a difficult – and you're
tough.
Right. Yeah, and
tough.
That ball bounced.
Yeah.
And Hampton gave us a little break because they didn't cover the ball well. Aaron Harris caught the ball in the air and fell on the ground. And, of course, I think I remember a 15-yard penalty after that, so that put us in good shape too. So, Hampton folded at the end, A&T didn't, and we got us a win, buddy.
And let's see, we've got Dexter says now BGMM crank on them Pirates. Sharon says students missed a great moment to storm the field. This was the first CAA victory in the first Division I win for the Aggies since September of 2 years ago when A&T won at Norfolk State. Alex said the band sounds good. It really does. Stevens Lee says Aggie pride. I can't remember the last time we've gone to double overtime. Can you, Billy, remember the last time? I can't remember either. Let's see. Mashawn says best game in years. Sorry we missed it. Let's see. Fluffer says 7th string quarterback got it done. First CAA win. Let's go. Andre says Aggie pride. It's a lot of Aggie. Say Derek says Aggie pride from the 1986 MEAC champs. Yep, I hear you, Derek. I'm with you there. Let's see. Sean says gotta savor this one. Janelle says let's go. Everybody's saying Aggie pride, and it really feels good when A&T can win. But not only winning, the manner in which you win. And guess what? You're at the top of the league right now in the CAA. I'm just saying, you're one.
You're right.
I
don't know. Excuse me. I didn't see a lot of all the scores that I saw. I didn't see too many conference games, but it's a known fact as of tomorrow, A&T is in first place in the CAA.
Hey, Fluffier, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I got you. All right, let's see. Marie says we stand in 10 toes behind. Just a lot of Aggie prides here from our watchers of the Blue and Gold post-game show. And
when was the last time you had this many people in the chat, Don?
Oh, it's been a while. We have our regulars that always have participated, but they're participating. Others are participating. Alex says he listened to the game on the radio in Winterville, North Carolina, of course, by way of TobaccoRoadSportsRadio.com. William says Aggies don't quit. Aggie pride. Terrell says no quit in this group. Tyler, my man Tyler, Aggie pride, unreal effort. Tim Olderman was unreal tonight. He's absolutely right. Look, that Fort Valley State connection with Hood and Olderman is serious business, from a defensive perspective in terms of rushing the passer.
No doubt about it, yes.
See, Steve says, man, Aggies win. Whew. Woo, thanks to you guys for calling a great game. This was a real roller coaster with an epic finish, Aggie pride. And so just, we thank all of you that are in the chat. And I know we want to enjoy, I got it. We want to enjoy this. We do. But in 7 days, the Eagles are going to come here to Truist Stadium. It's already a rivalry. Now you've got coaches that were at Central last year that are here this year. And look, the Eagles are reeling a little bit right now. 1-3 on the season. The big time loss today by North Carolina Central.
Wait a minute. Did Central lose today? I thought they beat Fayetteville State.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. My apologies. I was thinking about, I guess, the old Dominion game. My apologies. Yes, they beat Fayetteville State. Sorry about that. I'm thinking last week. Anyway, they're coming off a win against Fayetteville State. So look, they're coming in here with a little bit of momentum, 2-2 on the season after a couple of losses in a row, able to get past Fayetteville State. So we got to see what the Aggies have.
They don't want anything but to really put a beating on us. Remember last year they scored 64 and they were thrown in the end zone trying to get 70.
After we scored on the opening kickoff.
Yeah. They put up 64 and it was still thrown in the end zone trying to get 70. So the atmosphere is going to be fantastic.
And you see what happened when I come to the press box. I had to throw that in.
Yeah, we didn't have you the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, you got me now, boy.
Boy, you'll do anything to get back in it next week, won't you? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll bring you back,
Yes,
Billy.
sir.
We'll bring you back.
I'm just like a plot in the cemetery. I'll be here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tyler says, fam, you went 2 overtimes here. If you can remember when that was, Tyler, that way, I mean, now let me tell you something. Tyler will know.
Yeah.
Tyler Ball knows.
Well,
so if you remember when that was, let us know.
Winston-Salem State, did we go 2 overtimes?
I think it was 1 overtime.
Okay.
Yeah. But fam, you said 2 overtimes. Let's see. Jesse says, Aggie pride, do or die. Han says, let's celebrate this win, watch some film, and get ready for an explosive but undersized and thin in terms of depth NCCU squad. And so you're right. Again, coming off a win against Fayetteville State. So the Eagles will be here next week. But to your point, we're going to savor this moment. First CAA win, first Division I win in 2 years. And come from behind victory. Down 20-10 in the fourth quarter, A&T able to roar all the way back.
I agree. I'm going to savor this one because it's been a long time, Donald.
Yeah.
It's been a long time, man. And we've had some really down moments, but to watch A&T tonight, they never gave up. Even when things were looking very, very bleak, they hung in there. And that just goes to show you. I mean, nothing is impossible when you don't quit. And we saw an example of that tonight. And that could be the momentum that carries us into, a very good season. You never know.
Yo, I'll tell you what, Wesley Graves saved his best for last. 18 carries, 87 yards. He had the touchdown, that won the game. And so what a win for North Carolina A&T, the fashion in which the Aggies won. 23 total points scored in the overtime periods. Wow. A&T wins 33 to 30, and it was a wonderful win, very exciting. And so we just enjoy all of those in the chat. We'll get a couple of more here. Allski TV says, great win, Aggies. I'm one of the fans that left mid-fourth. Love you guys on Sirius XM. Yeah, Allski TV, we needed to see you in the building, man. But look, appreciate you coming on and catching us on Sirius XM. One of the very few HBCUs, by the way, that have their broadcast on Sirius XM. Angela says, team played with true grit tonight. Great win, Aggie pride. Let's see, what else do we have? Feeling good with my A&T socks on, excuse me, Alex. Feeling good with my A&T socks on. Brett says, Aggie pride from San Diego, all the way on the left coast.
3,000 miles away from home.
We love it. And so we appreciate you guys. Stevens Lee says, hey, can you guys do the halftime show on YouTube? Oh, well, we'll have to. Stevens Lee, that's a good one. We'll have to see. I mean, that's something we'll have to definitely look into.
Halftime on YouTube.
Yeah, so you'd be on halftime with whoever you have.
Oh yeah, hurry up and put that.
That's something we can try to look into. I love that idea, Stevens Lee. That's something we can look into. Okay, so let's see. It's Fluffer says, how feasible would it be to get a student-led broadcast for home games? That delay, we always have a way to watch the game. I don't know. That's something that would have to go, I guess, through the communications department. I would imagine. He says that way, not delay. Gotcha. That way, we always have a way to watch the games. Of course, you can always watch on any game, really. Right. Any CAA game on Flow Sports. There's also a broadcast on Flow Sports originated here, right here at A&T. So look, we got to get ready to wrap it up as the Aggies continue to flow in with their comments and so forth. But we gotta get ready to cut it off. It's after 11 o'clock here on the East Coast. Al, any last words?
Just that I'm going to enjoy this one, Donal, and we appreciate all you people who tune in after the show and call in and enjoy this and look forward to Central coming to town next week.
Billy?
That's a 4:00 game next week, I think, and we'll be on the air at 3:30 with our pregame show. But great win for the Aggies. I'm glad. I am so happy that the slump is over and we can get back to some A&T football.
All right, we're going to give the last word to DeAndre, who says, hashtag Aggie Pride, hashtag believe. And a lot of people still here believe that the Aggies could pull this out. It didn't look good, but the Aggies able to pull it out 33-30 in double overtime against Hampton for the first CAA win of the season. So Hampton drops to 1-2, 0-1 in the CAA. Meanwhile, A&T raises its record to 1-2 and 1-0 in the CAA. Again, our next broadcast of Aggie football is going to take place on next Saturday, a week from today, as the North Carolina Central Eagles come here to Truist Stadium. We're coming on with the pregame show at 3:30 on the Aggie Sports Radio Network. Thank you to Dez back at the studios of the Aggie Sports Radio Network for all of his outstanding work. For Al Swann and Billy Covington, Donal Ware saying so long from Truist Stadium here on the campus of North Carolina A&T State University. Their final score, North Carolina A&T 33, Hampton 30 in double overtime. You've been listening to Aggie Football on the Aggie Sports Radio Network.